is Pranav Guha Thakurta from EduTV. Today, we are with Miss Acharya, the famous Miss Sudha Acharya, Principal, ITL Public School, Dwarka, New Delhi, India. Ma'am has done a lot of work for post-COVID, post-disruption, post-corona. Ma'am, what will be the new normals according to you post-COVID?
Namaskar. I think when we go back to school again, it will be a new normal, as you mentioned. We are all planning as school leaders how we can join back school again. So I have planned a three-phased policy or plan for my school. Number one is a short-term plan where access to education to all. That is, at present, we are emphasizing on online education or virtual education, but we are trying to reach the last child who is in the rural background or from different socio-economic background where they don't have any access to technology. So for them also, we are trying to reach out to them. And I believe that universal accessibility to learning is the foremost important priority for all of us. This is my short-term planning that we may have to divide the school horizontally or vertically, and we may have to call our students staggered way, maybe 6th day, 7th day, 8th day, like that. And when children come, we may have to disperse them. 6th day may be divided into 6 A, B, C, D, E. So every classroom will have 10 children, and one teacher is teaching in one of the section, and through virtual classroom, the other section children are witnessing the teaching. And before children coming to school, we have to take parents as partners, because we have to do a lot of pre-preparation. That is giving circular to parents how children will come to school. Maybe we have to provide hand sanitizer, or children will come wearing mask. We have to decontaminate and desanitize school building, because some of the schools are also used for quarantine center. So we need to desanitize our school, for building, wall, play, canteen, classroom, labs, everywhere. So that is the first step. So we have to welcome our children to a safe, secured environment again. So that is in the short-term planning. Physical well-being is most important. So we have to see a lot of changes. Children cannot go out together to play in the play field. We cannot have break for the whole school together. We have to maybe pre-primary first, and then primary, then middle wing, and then senior wing go for break and lunch break. We have to do a lot of planning. This is physical infrastructural planning or structural planning, how we are welcoming back. And in the medium term, my planning is how I am rescheduling my academic planning, my scholastic planning, and assembly planning, school and inter-school activities, etc. So now, because we cannot have our sports day or huge assembly or annual day, all these things we have to digitalize. So what I have done is digitalized complete activity and assembly roster. You know, recently we have celebrated Earth Day, and our children together, they come up with a digital magazine, and they conducted the whole assembly digitally. So even though our teachers and students, they are not well trained and equipped for this immediate emergent crisis, health emergency due to COVID-19, but we are adopting very well. So when we come back to school, we need to take care of physical well-being. Next is socio-emotional support or socio-emotional well-being. Another is digital well-being. So digital well-being, I mean that active screen time has gone up, and children are attending online classes for 3-4 hours, and they have started attending their coaching classes also for competitive exams. So now they are complaining that they have got a lot of stress. So my advice to my children will be that you reduce your passive screen time, because when you attend online class, after that maybe you are playing little bit video games or chatting with your friends or watching something. So that instead you have to engage yourself with some kind of physical activities. You can take care of plants, or learn a new something skill, or spend quality time with your friends. So passive time has to be reduced, and do some eye exercise after attending online classes. You can do eye exercise, look at far objects, or blue filter screen, you can do that also. So we need to limit and control screen time for both teachers and students. So parents were complaining regarding this, that teachers really they are getting also stressed up. So we need to work on digital well-being.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You've done so much inside the school. And ma'am, what about the students who come by buses? Has something been addressed for them also, or you have taken some measures for that?
Yes, first of all, before children could commute through school buses, we have to sanitize those buses. And buses cannot ply with full strength. If the bus strength is 55 or 60, maybe 30 students will be accommodated with one or two teachers to monitor them. And teachers need to do that social distancing, or I would say physical distancing, maintaining that 1 meter distance in the bus also. And proper sanitizer, hand sanitizer will be provided to them. So we have to look into those matters, like how we can divide the classes, so that every bus we have 30 children. And one more thing is that if some of the children are coming and rest of the children are staying back at home, so online classes would continue. Maybe we will call them alternate days. So if the main focus is for classes 9 to 12, because 10th and 12th are board years, so academic focus is a lot more than the primary and pre-primary and middle wing. So our immediate focus is not delivering curriculum or assessment and evaluation and pen and paper test at all. We will focus on experiential learning and skill education, basically collaboration, communicative skill, leadership skill, creative thinking, and innovation, more so empathy and emotional intelligence. So we will be working more on joyful learning, and how we can create a happy classroom when they join back, because they will be joining back school after a long back. So it will
Correct.
take time for them to come to the again schooling structure and routine. And one more concern also, schools will open at the end. Parents may go back to work much before. So I have
Correct.
a concern that who will take care of their safety, education and their safety and security at home back. So that is also our concern. But we are all working for the mental well-being of our children through various programs online. There is the last one is long-term planning. I told you the short-term planning is that accessibility to learning for each and every child, and medium term is how we can accommodate them in the school again, and long term is we have to look at the ecosystem, whole ecosystem, and look for an altered education system and be ready for these kind of emergencies in future. This is nothing new. We have already experienced Ebola, SARS, MERS, and climatic change disaster, man-made and natural made also. So we every 10 years we are seeing one epidemic or pandemic. So we have to be ready for
Correct.
future challenges and situation like this. So we have to come up with a new education plan where even financially also we have to think that how we have to invest our money on technology.
Right.
Because if the virtues of online classes, I would like to point out that now personalized education plan can be possible actually to take care of special needs children, those who are really slow learners, or they comprehend very slowly, or the remedial teaching side by side can take place with the classroom teaching also. When we go back to school also, normally online teaching can supplement our physical school-based, class-based learning, teaching, learning practice. So in future also, because this generation, the Generation Z, they are very tech savvy. So
Right.
they have adopted this very well, and we have been able to provide them quality education, not only curriculum, but skill-based education, value-based education online. So it will continue in future also. When we go back to school, it will not stop.
Thank you so much, Madam Sudha Acharya. You had been always a trendsetter. Again, you are. I'm sure your new normals, as suggested by you, will be useful for all the stakeholders of the education system. And this is Pranav Gua Thakurta from EduTV. Please subscribe and keep tuned to EduTV for such more programs. Thank you, Sudha ma'am. Thanks a ton.
Thank you. Hi, this is Sudha Acharya, Principal ITL Public School. Keep watching EduTV.